I moved on her, actually. You know, she was down in Palm Beach. I moved on her, and I failed. I'll admit it.
It's huge news there.
No, Nancy. Yeah. No, this was marriages, and I moved on her very heavily. In fact, I took her out furniture shopping. She wanted to get some furniture. I said, I'll show you where they have some nice furniture. I took her out furniture. I moved on her like a bitch, but I couldn't get there, and she was married. And all of a sudden, I see her. She's now got the big ponytail. She's totally changed her looks. I better use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her. You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the
Folks, of course, that's Donald Trump caught on tape on Access Hollywood 2005, where he was bragging about sexually assaulting women and kissing them when they did not want to be kissed. Well, he still won the campaign. Largely white women still voted for him. Black women did not. Right. Now, day after the inauguration, hundreds of thousands of women will be in D.C. for the Women's March on Washington, sending him a signal in terms of what they want to be focused on. Joining us right now is Tamika Mallory, New York Justice League, who is one of the national co-chairs of the Women's March in Washington. Tamika, first and foremost, what is the goal and the focus of this march?
Well, I mean, first of all, Roland, there is a movement that you know has been going on. Mm-hmm. So we are going to Washington, D.C. with a lot of stuff in mind. Obviously, voting rights is clearly important, and especially if you're looking at what happened in this election, you know we have to go to Washington to come to Washington to talk about voting rights. But women's rights as human rights means that all the issues in our family, from racial justice to economic justice to civil rights, all of those things are important to us. And we're coming to Washington, D.C. not for a march on Trump, but a march on Washington, because all the halls of power are here, and we need to come and address the Congress, the Senate, let folks know you're back in session, we're here, we're paying attention to you, and we need you to ensure that our rights are not only protected, but there's some stuff that needs to get done that we need you to take care of.
And so, and again, as I discussed in the previous segment, this also comes down to very specific issues. This is when you challenge power and say, okay, fine, all these folks voted for you. You're going to be in the White House for the next 4 years. We are going to hold you accountable on the issues that matter to us. For what are those issues? So
we have folks coming from the climate justice world. Obviously, police accountability, very important. The LGBTQIA community will be there. Economic justice, obviously, we're looking at the issue of equal pay, sexism in the workplace, all of the issues that matter to women. But again, not just women, not just reproductive rights, which is clearly an important issue, but everyone in our household is being carried on our backs. I mean, Barbara, you know that. We're carrying the entire family. So my 17-year-old son, when he walks out the door, I need to know that he is not going to be profiled when he walks into a store. I need to know he's not going to be killed by a police officer who's not going to be held accountable. And furthermore, I need to know that Ray Ray on a street corner is not going to have a gun and be able to shoot him either. So we're dealing with the entire community. We have been joined by over 400 partners. The NAACP is on board, Amnesty International, several groups, Planned Parenthood, NARAL. We've been joined by all of those who, again, have been doing this work. This is a continuation of the work that's already been happening.
Barbara?
I think it means a lot for women to come together, for women to unite, to march. I mean, what I love is it's happening all over the country.
Absolutely.
It's not just in Washington, D.C. We're going to have our thousands and thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of women here, but all over the country, people are marching, and men are joining in.
Sure.
I am so proud of the men who are saying to their sons, let's be feminists. Right. Let's support women. This is going to be so critical, because I think it's going to set a stage. It's going to have a catalytic wave effect for women empowerment, women running for office, women putting forth agendas, women, black women, Latino women, Asian women, Native American women, all of us coming together as one united.
Scott?
And that's one united with, I love the message about men, because women, obviously, whether it's Pookie on the corner or whether it's criminal justice and keeping guns off the streets, super important. I think this is just as important for men as it is for women. They can have the Women's March, if you will. And so I'm urging all of my brothers, and black, white, yellow, or brown, to come out and stand on these issues.
Precisely.
What I appreciate about what you said is this isn't a march on Trump. This is a march because all the halls of power are here in D.C. And for the most part, when it comes to getting your issues addressed, let's work together on what we can get done. Let's find common ground first, and then we're going to seek out additional pathways to get what we want to get done. So I appreciate you.
We're a long way from common ground, though, with this president coming in. A long way, and that's another big reason why we need to be marching on Washington.
I got to ask you this question here, Tamika, and that is, it came up in dealing with a group that is pro-life that want to participate, and then some feminists complain, say they should not be there. Will pro-life women's organizations be allowed to participate? Explain what happened there.
First of all, our platform is clear. If you go to womensmarch.com, you will see that our platform is pro-choice. So anyone who supports that is welcome to be there. But there was an oversight that particular organization made it to our website. We've now corrected it, and the bottom line is that the principles and the platform for which we stand remains. We are pro-choice.
But what about that? If you're talking about common ground, how do you also bring in other groups that may have a different point of view?
Well, I mean, first of all, pro-choice means pro-life. If that's what you want to believe in, that's fine. Pro-choice for us is where we stand. And again, if you support that, then you're able to be there. I do think that there has to be some lines drawn in the sand. This is who we are. We can't waver because we've done that. We've done that. We keep on compromising and being everybody work together, and then we lose. We don't get what we need to get done. In this particular presidency, during this administration, we're going to have to be very specific about what it is that we want and how we're going to work together to get it done. If you want to be an ally, or we're going to be a part of a coalition, it has to be okay for us to talk about what white privilege looks like. It has to be okay for us to talk about these issues that are uncomfortable, and if you support that, then you're welcome to be at the table.
All right, then. So, and also, how many buses you already have coming?
Oh, no bus company in this country has buses left, so I won't say the numbers, because the numbers are the devil. But everywhere you call, they say they're sold out. So if that's any indication, but I would like to say, as Barbara has said, there are women marching all over the world, not just in it's over 300 marches happening. Amazing. And shout out to the women who've been working on the ground. Some have never been involved in a movement before, but they are here now because they understand that our issues intersect, and we have to stand up and be one collective voice.
All right, then.
Thank you.
Kickstart your day at 7 and get the news you need from the perspective you want. NewsOne Now with Roland Martin, every weekday morning at 7 on TV1.